Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be running through the portfolio again, as always, with a daily transparency update. And that just includes me breaking down the portfolio and talking about the gains and losses within that for today. So as always, we break down Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, and then the rest are just free stocks that I haven't purchased myself. So the big topic today, as always, of course, is going to be about Tesla. And that's just because we had this crazy movement recently of like 5 days of growth, just nonstop growth over this past week. And then finally, we had a dip today. So it's actually not that bad of a dip. So in comparison to a lot of the pullbacks that happen to various stocks after a huge run up, it usually seems like the pullback is a lot worse than what we're seeing with Tesla right now. I mean, minus 0.44%, that's honestly not too bad considering the fact that Tesla is up over like 25% over this past month. As you can see, it's up 25.68% over the past month. The past week, it's up 16.50%. So we've really had a huge week for Tesla. And honestly, after this big run up right here, I mean, if we look at the 1-year chart even, we can see this run up from like 1375 all the way up to the current share price right now. So the pullback so far on this actually isn't too bad. So anyways, we'll be discussing Tesla as always, and then also, like I said, the gains and losses. So if you all enjoy these videos, please make sure to smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Plus, I just like being transparent with all of my viewers, and I like to do these videos because later on I get to look back at it and see all the progress that I've made over time. And even if I was to look at my videos just a few months ago, like for example, if we look at the yearly chart, just a few months ago, like on May 28th, I was at $77,000. This was nearing where my portfolio was getting almost even with the most recent peak before the crash. So like even on May 28th and all of these dates beforehand, just a few months ago, I've managed to gain a lot of money just in this small amount of time. And for one thing, I think back in May, somewhere in that time range, I exited out of my position in VOO, which was $32,000 in that stock, and I put a lot of that into Tesla and then some into Microsoft as well. So thanks to me exiting out of VOO and investing it in other growth stocks, I've managed to really grow my portfolio significantly. As you can see, I'm up 72.49% for the past year. That's plus $52,602.49. So it's really been a great year so far, and we still have like 4 months left just for the year time range of when I first began investing in Robinhood. I started on like December 2nd. So we've actually made a lot of progress so far. And for me to be able to gain 72% of really my first attempt at actually investing, making my own stock picks, I did invest way back in October with my bank with a Roth IRA, but I don't really count that because that was honestly a bad experience. You don't have a lot of control when you have a, quote, financial advisor doing everything for you. You have to call them up and say, okay, I want to sell this position or I want to buy this position. Whereas with Robinhood, there's so much accessibility and you have all the control, and that's why I love Robinhood so much. So this past year has really been my first time investing, and I've had a great experience so far. And I'm really motivated to keep putting more money into the stock market and the stocks that I believe in, like Tesla. So just addressing today alone, we are at minus 0.49%. That's minus $619.86. And then for the after hours, we are at plus 0.06%. That's plus $74.05. Now it just dropped back down significantly, so we're in the negative now. But as you can see, the portfolio value isn't at an all-time high anymore. It's at $125,067.93. But still, I'm really happy about this number. Just a few days ago, I was like at 114, 113. So we've gained a lot of money just in the past week. I mean, we can even check that out. I've gained $9,420 just in the past week. Past month, we've gained $17,000. So this has been a fantastic month for me so far. And all of that is thanks to Tesla stock and a little bit for Apple as well. Apple has been growing even after it had a slight pullback. It's continuing to grow a little bit. So if we look at the past month, just slowly inclining over time. But Tesla has been really the main driver of the portfolio recently. So as always, just addressing how the market went today for my portfolio, we started off at 9 a.m. at minus 0.29%. That's only minus $358. And then we dipped down to this point with a bounce back up until we hit this point at 9:30 a.m. That's when the normal market hours started. That's at minus 0.53%. Had a bit of a decline until the lowest point of today at minus 0.99%. And then it really started to skyrocket back up to this point at 10:15 a.m. at plus 0.46%. more volatility through this rest of the day, hit this low point under the line once again in the red, and then it bounced back up, and it ended up inclining up until this high point of the day at 2 p.m. That's plus 0.73% or plus $912.02. And then we had a huge decline at this point at 2 p.m. I remember actually looking at the market and looking at my portfolio just a few minutes after this happened. So just a few minutes later on after this marker at 2 p.m., we had a significant decline downwards to 2:20 p.m. That's at minus 0.34%, and then it bounces back up to this point at 2:55, and then declines back down with some volatility here and there until 3:55 p.m. That is 5 minutes before the after hours at minus 0.50% or minus $630 about it. And then we enter into the after hours with actually kind of a big incline upwards at 4:20, and then it bounces back down to pretty much the point that we started the 4 p.m. marker at. So we did have this big decline at 2 p.m. that I kind of noticed across the board. This happened with Tesla, this happened with Microsoft, we saw it a little bit with Apple, and we also saw it with VOO and some of the other stocks like Amazon. So it was strange to see that big of a drop. I wonder what sort of news piece was released around that time period for pretty much everything across the board to drop like that. I don't really know what caused that, but that was definitely interesting to see that happen. But like I said, today hasn't really been a bad day considering that we've grown the portfolio so much over these past few days. Honestly, for us to only lose $620 just today after Tesla is finally taking a dip and pulling back, this is honestly not a bad day, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Honestly, I was expecting like a much bigger drop on the day that Tesla finally does decide to be in the red after this most recent huge run-up. So for it to only be at minus 0.59%, that's actually pretty satisfying for me. I'm actually satisfied with that. And the interesting thing is that Tesla was actually in the green for a good amount of the day. And I did say yesterday that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another slight green day for Tesla, and that the market may start out in the green, but by the end of the day, there is that possibility of it crashing down into the red. As we know, those last few hours at the end of the day are pretty crucial, and that's where we really see what happens with the stock, because that's where most of the action happens. That's the determination factor of where the stock is going at the end of the day before the market hours close. So we kind of did see that. We saw it in the green for a notable amount of time, and then once it started hitting this 2 p.m. marker, it went into the red and then bounced back up at 250 up to this point at 255, and then started to bounce back down in that last hour that I was discussing. So that last hour right before 4 p.m. is really crucial, like I said. And that's kind of what happened today. So, like I said, we didn't get a green day for Tesla. So, obviously, we did have a red day for Tesla, but I'm honestly not looking at this as a bad thing. I'm looking at this as an opportunity. I'm thinking about the money I can gather up right now and start to put into Tesla before more things start to happen with this. As we know, there's still the potential of S&P 500 inclusion. We still have to see what happens after the stock split if more people start to buy. And then we also have Battery Day upcoming on September 22nd. That's going to be a huge event as well. And then we have Elon Musk talking about Neuralink sometime in the next few months, I believe. But there could be kind of a correlation in stock movement with Tesla and the announcements with Neuralink. That's kind of one of those things that could go either way, but we do see that correlation happens sometimes, like with SpaceX as well. Like when they successfully launched the rocket to the space station, that actually resulted in Tesla stock growing. So when you have positive things going on with Elon Musk's other companies, then it's kind of a good reflection on Tesla because it shows that successful management is there and great things are accomplished under Elon Musk. So that's a huge thing as well. And once we see more progress and announcements about Neuralink, then there might be a correlation between some stock movements in those announcements. And speaking of that, I would love to see a Neuralink stock. I would actually probably sell off some Microsoft stock if they had a Neuralink stock. But like I said, Tesla is finally pulling back a bit, but I don't look at it as a negative thing. This is an opportunity for me. I need some time to put some more money into Tesla. I don't want it to shoot up so much to where even I say that it's too expensive. I don't want it to go up like absolutely crazy to where it's starting to get like, okay, it's my money better invested in another stock. So I'm completely fine with this. I don't want too much of a run up, honestly, just because I want to have more time to put money into this stock, because I think in the long term there's a lot of opportunity for this stock to grow even more. I think this is a low price compared to what it will be at in the long term future. But anyways, just addressing the numbers for today. First off, we have today's return at minus 0.59%. That's minus $382.13. And then for the total return, we are at 121.09%. That's plus $35,403.90. So the total return is looking really good for Tesla. And then Microsoft, another red day for this one. This is one that is kind of getting a little bit aggravating in my portfolio just because of the constant volatility with this one over the past month. I mean, we did have a 2% increase, so at least it's not negative for the past month. But it seems like I don't even get excited about Microsoft movements lately just because there's been a lot of volatility, it seems like. But just addressing this for today, we are at minus 0.46% or minus $191.10. And then for the total return, we are at plus 22.53% or plus $7,529.28. And then finally, we have Apple stock, which is green once again for today at plus 0.26% or plus $49.56. And then for the total return, we are at plus 62.06% or plus $7,453.98. So Apple has been doing very well over this past month. As you can see, it's up 20.23%. So this is one of those on a slow incline, and I'm really satisfied with this so far. So anyways, that's the portfolio breakdown for today, as always, and of course just us addressing Tesla stock a little bit there as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, then you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull, if you use my link and deposit $100, you'll get 2 free stocks. So that's nice passive income. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.